Welcome all. Today, in the third day, we are dealing with innovation. With innovation comes the change, hence the change in today's schedule. So instead of Ralitza, Georgi Georgiev in front of Bulgarian HR is going to cover the topics that are dealing with innovation. Welcome, Georgi. Hello, welcome.
Guys. Hi, can anybody hear me?
Yes, all is well.
Great. I'm just starting my presentation, ready to go, and I'll say a couple words for me, and would like to invite everybody to ask any questions, even interrupting me while presenting this small speech, because the topic I'm covering from our side, it is going to be about the future, because we are covering students. Hi, I'm reading in Serbian now, so I'm getting better. The topic we're covering is about students, and like 4 years ago, we started a survey here in Bulgaria, helped by our partners from UK. Wait, don't worry, it's about tech. Okay. Please do interrupt me if you have any questions. I'm going to read the chat. Meanwhile, I'm Georgi Georgiev. I'm Georgi Georgiev in Bulgarian, and I'm presenting in behavior of to the top agency or Bulgarian HR community. Yes, we have such one in Bulgaria as well, thanks to the organizers of the HR week. What we're going to cover today is the future, meaning the students, all those people and their opinion, who are we trying to catch up with in next generation. I'm starting my presentation. Okay, great. Thanks, Sophia. I'm starting my presentation and screen sharing. Here it is. Can you see my slides now? Please do give me a hand. I assume yes. I think I need to browse from one screen to other. Okay, do you see the presentation now? Yes, great. Thank you, Sophia. So what we're going to cover is the students, the future of the nation in our behavior, in our opinion, and in opinion of many others. So what we did 2017, I would like to present to you and encourage you to do the same in Serbia, or at least to serve your audience yourself. So what we did, okay, I need to go back. What we did is a survey that is covering Bulgarian students in order to see what is the employer image of the companies in Bulgaria. I will show you a couple of slides from Bulgaria and what are the data from Bulgaria. Some of the data I believe is familiar or pretty much the same for Serbia, Macedonia, close countries around Central Eastern Europe. But first of all, let's cover how we structure and what information we gather, because I believe this is the main point and why it is important. So for every company we survey, we gather information about their image structured in such way. Here it is. We survey the employer image of maybe 160 companies in Bulgaria by launching a survey that any student in Bulgaria can join and fulfill online. It's a questionnaire with 50 questions, a bit more than 50 questions, which is a lot, but students can manage to do it in 10 to 15 minutes. All of these surveys and respondents are non-paid. They are not given any kind of vouchers or whatever. So we are trying to encourage the top talents in Bulgaria, the students that we would like to welcome to our company, to give us their opinion on who is their preferred employer and why. And the why here is the most or the more important thing, why they prefer one employer instead of another. which will give us another information or information about the company itself, why my company, for example, is preferred employer, how the students outside my company is seeing what is my image as an employer over here, why it is like this, can I change it, and how can I change it by these communication channels, because all the students, they're sharing with us how they generate this image of our company, how they build this image for the company, doesn't matter good or bad. And those 50 questions are serving emotional, functional values, communication channels, brand characteristics, and so on and so on. I'll show you a bit of them right here. What we did in Bulgaria in 2020. So now we have 4 years of data. Hopefully we will gather more and more data in Serbia as well. But for now we have, for 2020, 52 universities, or students from 52 universities joined the survey, which are all the universities in Bulgaria. And we have almost 6,000 participants. We are following a statistic model, which is saying that we need a bit more than 1,080 students to fulfill the survey. But as much as we have, we can generate more reports for companies. I'll talk about it later. But our main job was to be sure that we have proportional respondents from all the universities from all over Bulgaria. We have 47% males and females 53%. We are seeing that each year females are ladies are a bit more active in fulfilling the surveys, except last year it was 50-50, I think, or 49 to 51. As I said, we have all Bulgaria covered, every university in Bulgaria, 52 universities. So we're good to go. Here is the top 50 companies in Bulgaria. I'll switch to the chat and I will let you see the companies for Bulgaria, because it is usually the interesting part. A lot of them you know and you have presented in Bulgaria, in Serbia as well, and around the Balkans. Please do excuse me about the shoot, but we had to fit 50 companies here in a small space. So number one for 2020 as most desired as a company with highest brand image was IBM in Bulgaria. Then is SoPharma, it's a pharmaceutical company. Then is VM Bulgaria, it's a software company. Then is Coca-Cola Hellenic bottling company and BPO company. Then is a TV. Then is another branch in Coca-Cola, an European partner, a BPO company. Then it's HP, and so on and so on. So we are at the point where we can show you a bit, maybe 20 or 30 of those 50 questions that we are serving. We are creating such heat maps where your company can see why. Here at the first column, we can see why our company is preferred by the students on the market. For example, the example company has a strong reputation as a brand. It's something that students are seeing outside, and that's why they pick this company as a preferred future employer. We have high quality products, which is great. But here we can see that the main competitor on the market has stronger product image, which means if we start promote our employer brand, or we promote our company on the job market as a company building high quality products, we will be losing talents from the leader on the market, because their products are seen as more high quality. So here we can verify our employer brand strategy and our messages as well. Here is why I love this kind of heat maps, because in the end we can see industry average, the third column. And industry average is showing us what is the one thing or the things that are attracting most talents on the job market in our industry. For example, I think it's banking, the example from 2017 2018. It's out of date, but back then what was most attractive for students in the bank industry is the image, the strong reputation of the brand. Reputable brand has a strong brand. Okay, we have this, and we have a small advantage instead of the industry average. So it's something that we can leverage in our messages on the market. Another thing that we can use, let's see, 430 for us as well, 422. It's not great, but it's something that we are beating the industry leader. So it's a supporting good causes. So CSR activities is something that we can leverage as well on the job market. The logic is this, that if you have your internal surveys, if you know what people in the company are valuing on your image as an employer, and why they pick your company to join, and why they stay into your company, you can use this to see if it is something that the students out there are looking for. And these things that students are looking for and are weak for our partner, for our competitors, it's something that we can promote and we can try to leverage on the job market. This will save you tons of cash, tons of budgets, and tons of time, because going after a wrong strategy or competing the leaders on the industry on their strong points could be impossible. That's why we are using so much this survey, and I can only thank I'll show you a book after. I can only thank Alia Yas, who helped us to manage and to gather this survey in Bulgaria, and hate ourselves for not starting in 2016 when he first offered us to start. Then we have the functional values. Those were the emotional values of the people's image, of the students' image. Now we have the functional values, more logic one, like working hours, like good location, and so on and so on, which I'm not sure, but for years now, it's less important for students than the emotionals. We are living in such era, so this is the less important, but still very important. You can see here that those are the things that are very fast changed and very fast copied, while these emotional values are the heart and the culture of the company, and very slowly changed and hard to copy from competitors. Those are very easy. For example, working hours are very valued over here, because the bank, come on, they're closing 5 o'clock in Bulgaria, and 5:30 you can be at your home with your kids. But it's something that is very easy to copy. For example, if we decide that we are going to close our offices or the headquarters 10 minutes earlier, for example, employees of our bank, of Georgi Bank, or from to the top bank, can leave the office from 4:30 till 5 o'clock, whenever they choose to. A lot of them will choose to leave 10-15 minutes earlier, before 5 o'clock, so they can save some time on the traffic jams. This will make us very popular as a bank. It's something very easy to copy and could be done from today to tomorrow, while emotional values can be copied so fast. For example, we can't change the perception of our company that we are supporting good causes from today till tomorrow. It will take a lot of budget and a lot of time. So this is very important. You can see there's a lot of those. In the end of the company, in the end of the presentation, I will show you what are the 10 most attractive and 10 most appreciated characteristics in Bulgaria for 2020. Some of them could be the same in Serbia as well. So I suggest you take a photo of the slide, take a screenshot. Before that, let's just imagine, because I was shocked when I realized a couple of months ago that the students that we are serving The respondents, most of them are born between 1998 and 2002. Most of the students nowadays are born around the 2000 year. So they are really young, we can imagine. And communication channels and perception they have is very different than ours. I'm 32 now. I consider myself young, but still I'm seeing very surprising things out of them. And by working with clients and doing one-to-one interviews in the companies, I'm seeing attitude and behavior and perception of the employers that I never think of. So they're very different than us. It's totally another generation. They lived in another way. They studied in another way, especially nowadays. So they will be looking for different things in future. That's why we are going to survey them again in couple months, again next year, again the year after, and we're going to keep survey them. So top 10 most attractive attributes in Bulgaria. I suggest you take a closer look at these ones. Just see if there are any questions. No? Okay. So for Bulgaria, one most appreciated is the company's reputation with customers is high. So nobody would like to work, or not nobody, but top talents or most of them would appreciate if they're working for a company with uh, high, high valued products and with happy customers. He has a strong reputation, a reputable brand. Again, the brands we saw at the bank as well. I believe it will develop it personally. Here we are seeing one of the attributes that is always on top 5, developing the person, developing the student. That's why they're joining us in many ways. Recognizes as a take advantage on the market. This one and number 6 and number 7, especially number 7, financially strong. We never saw it in top 5 or top 10 so far, but this year, among COVID situation and turbulence and so on, we saw that financially strong is strong prospect for future growth, and the company is taking advantage on the market, something that is familiar or has something to do with stability on the market. Come up in top 10. So security, stability is keywords for this year. If you don't have it in the company, or if it's not mentioned into the internal surveys, I would advise to take action so you can make your people inside the company feel that way. Why inside? Because the communication channels, students said that they're using the most in Bulgaria is social medias, and it's going to grow, and it's going to be 50%. 50% of the students are making up their mind on employers through social medias. And internet as well is going to grow, especially during the pandemic, especially in Bulgaria. From Friday, we are locked down again. So internet will be one of the most preferred channels, if not 80% or so. Friends, then employees of the company. You see, it's a lot. By serving the reports and analyzing the reports for different companies, we see that most valued employers in Bulgaria has 40, 50, 14, 15 and more percentage recommendation, word of mouth. So people inside the company has to be happy and has to have the right impression of your brand, of your employer image, so they communicate it outside. Then everything else you're going to do is just a bonus, or is something that need to be based on what people are thinking inside the company for you as an employer, and what are others outside the company think of you, and you need to match this. Okay, and those are, for example, websites that people are using in Bulgaria. I put this this here together because this one is job board. If you take a look at this one and this one, while people are making their mind on social medias and internet where they would like to work. When they start to search for a job, they're trying first job websites, then LinkedIn. And you can see in Bulgaria there's one leader, jobs.bg, but then it's LinkedIn, 7.7. None, and then are all the rest of the websites. So it is important for you to build your image outside with student friends, with internet ads in social medias, but you have to present and communicate it in job offers as well. And thank you very much.